Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here with the unified 154 champion of the world, WBC and WBO. Sebastian Fundora makes his ring return on March 22nd in Las Vegas on Prime Video, the Michelob Ultra Arena at Mandalay Bay. How does that sound, man? First and foremost, just that announcement, unified champion fighting Amazon. Like, how does that feel, champ?
Feels good. Feel well deserved. We earned this title to be called that. So I'm happy that we can finally be called that.
Yeah, and that's this track record. You're like a main event fighter over and over and over. So it's nothing new from that perspective. But is there something different in this fight when you're facing Cordell Booker?
I don't think so. This is something familiar to me already. Such a big venue like Las Vegas as well. So I'm very grateful to be defending my titles there. But it is nothing new.
Awesome. Well, I'm gonna rip right into the tough questions. Have you been playing some Tekken throughout this
I
training
have, I
camp?
have, I have been playing some Tekken. What Funko Pops are back there?
Oh man, there's too many to name, man. Like, is there something that you're into, and I can just tell you if I got one.
I just have Dragon Ball Z Funko
Oh,
Pops.
well, I mean, I got the Dragon
Oh,
Ball
right on,
Uniqlo
right
shirt,
on.
so I mean, it seems like a trend, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's awesome. You play Yoshimitsu, right?
Yes, yes.
Factually, I think he's the most moveless character in the game. So, uh,
I just like him because he has a sword and he has a different costume every single game.
that's fair. That's fair. And I guess in this camp, it sounds cliche, but has there been new moves? Has there been a new costume, I guess, in the sense of what you bring into this fight? Because I know at one point people said you were just an inside fighter, and then last fight with Tim, you showed you can box on the outside. So, six.
I think it just depends on how I feel in the fight. Tim Su, I felt like boxing him. Before that, I feel like I could just walk through everybody. We'll see how I feel with Booker.
Yeah. I know this is the most redundant question ever, and I'm gonna just like do it in the
If
fast
you're
forward
gonna
first.
do a redundant question, don't even bother, man. Don't even
But
bother.
I'm gonna add a little twist to it, right? But
All
I
right.
I know you spoke on, the Spence fight falling out. I know Crawford's went out and said, you should have, took the fight when you had the chance. But kind of how your career played out to where is that? Do you feel like it's better that you get to kind of like create your own legacy instead of like having those type of no name fights that kind of have some sort of casual names to it?
You know what? Yeah, that no names is kind of offensive to Booker. I don't want to say anything like that, but um, Fundora is gonna build his own legacy the way he wants to, just like my sister's building her own legacy. Uh, these names that we want, the Crawford, the Spence, those are great fights, but we don't need them. We don't need them because maybe in a couple of years they're gone, and Fundora's still there. Fundora's still champion. So Fundora is gonna just continue to build, whether they want to fight or not. He's gonna continue to grow and become the bigger name that he wants to be.
Mhm.
Get me?
Yeah. Which, it seems like that's what David Benavidez has been kind of mentioning. And not, I guess, slating Cordell, but mentioning to the casuals, right? Because that's kind of what they're going to say, right?
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. That's not my style. I'm not gonna be calling out people, nobodies, and stuff like that. That's not how I run.
hmm with Cordell's style, right? He's essentially, he only has one loss. He took the fight on short notice on Ammo Williams, and it didn't go in his favor. But do you view Cordell Booker as one of the top guys at 154? It just doesn't really have the name because I know some people have kind of looked at your opponent and kind of that's kind of what the forte is.
Yeah, it's just different promoters, I guess. Some people get to fight on PBC on TV all the time. Some people don't get that TV. But was he number four, number three for the WBO? He's up
hmm
there. He's
hmm
up there for a reason. I'm pretty sure he's been fighting his ass off. So, we're ready for whatever Booker brings.
Yeah. And outside of the names, you've been kind of going through the division, essentially prior to, the names of like the Charlo, which I know is a fight that you want. You've been fighting pretty much everybody around. And so now at this point, you go past Cordell, you're kind of the top dog, the name that everyone keeps bringing up. Xander Zayas is constantly saying your name, Virgil.
Let me fix it real quick. Let me fix it. I am the top dog. I am the top dog.
Fair,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
not even just by resume, but it seems monetary value. People see that, you have the unified title, you kind of have that name, the A-sided name, where granted, if we fight for a championship title, he's the most marketable guy out there. So, um, how do you like this position where you see the Xanders and the Virgils and even the other champions, Bakram, who, faced the guy you fought, say, I want the A-sided Fundora.
Yeah, but that's what we've been working for. Now that because before this, before we even had title, we were up in the ranks. No one wanted to fight us. But now that we have the title, it's good. Now everybody wants to fight us. So let's get it popping. Let's get all these guys into the ring with us and let's get these fights going. But we could talk all we want. It won't happen until we actually are in the ring. So I could say yes to everybody, and everybody can say yes on social media. But when the contract's in your face, are you going to sign it? We'll see.
You mentioned the word title a lot, and it's been a lot of talks with the whole I don't know exactly what happened, but Turki Alalshikh had the belt, the Ring Magazine belt, and you had the Fatal Fury belt. And I know that you put out your support for the WBC. I don't know, and because of that, but I know you put "My blood is green, my heart is gold, and I'm proud WBC champion." So, just kind of asking you about that post. I know that your sister, also put always and forever too. She has a green belt. So, what does the green belt mean to you? And when do you feel that the green belt should stay versus kind of the idea of consolidating to one Ring Magazine?
Ring Magazine's nice, but the WBC is the only belt that matters to me. That's the only belt that matters to me. You ask that to a lot of people, they're always going to say that too. Uh, you never go against the family. I already consider them as a family. Uh, it's bigger than boxing, WBC. I think the WBC is boxing. The Ring Magazine's nice. I'm sure the Fatal Fury belt's nice as well, all these extra belts coming in. But the WBC is always going to be the WBC. Of course, you have the WBO and the IBF and the WA, but I don't care about none of those belts. WBC is where I'm at.
When did the WBC, I guess, to you felt like that was the premier belt? Just curious because, you're unified. The goal is to be undisputed, lineal championship, Ring Magazine. But what makes this belt very special? And when did it become special before you even got it?
It's always been special to me since I was little. Everybody recognized that belt as a boxing belt. And me and my dad joke around all the time. Green is WBC. Green is money. That's where the money is at. You want to fight for money. This is a sport for money. This is what do they call it? We're prize fighters. We're prize fighters. So this is what we fight for. We fight for legacy, but before legacy, we gotta get paid.
Awesome. And my last question to ask you is you put also on social media racehorse vision. I just kind of wanted to get that analogy. Why that?
Oh man, you've been spying on me, man.
No, I mean, I'm just doing my homework, right? It's like it can't be like a boring interview, right? It'd be
Yeah,
so
of course, of course. It's good. It's good. It's good. You come with new stuff. Everybody else wants to come with the, how tall are you, man? But no, it's good. It's good. No, we're just prepared for whatever comes. We're focused on winning this fight. Focused on showing everybody we're the best in the division. As simple as that.
well, look, Sebastian, I always appreciate the time. You've always been a gentleman every time I get a chance to talk with you. You have a big title defense against Cordell Booker, none other than Las Vegas on Prime Video, Amazon, PBC, presenting a World Championship Unified Championship fight. So, what do you want to tell the fans that's tuning in on March 22nd when they could just turn on their Amazon and there you go, you got,
It's free on Amazon Prime. That's gonna be a big plus for everybody. I'm just looking forward to putting on a great show for everybody. And again, it's free. It's not $80. It's not $20. It's free on Amazon Prime subscription. So tune in.